Monopolies. Even the word evokes images of vast unaccountable power, of industries held captive, and of consumers with no recourse. The very mention of monopolies brings to mind a time when a single entity could dominate an entire sector, dictating terms and prices without any competition. This was a time when the free market was anything but free, and the rules were written by the few who held the reins of power. In the annals of American business, few entities loom as large or as controversially as Standard Oil. Founded by John D. Rockefeller, Standard Oil grew to control nearly 90% of the oil industry in the United States by the early 20th century. This unprecedented control allowed Rockefeller to amass a fortune and wield immense influence over the economy and politics. Today, over a century after its dismantling, the spectre of Standard Oil still hangs heavy over discussions of corporate power and its potential for abuse. It stands as a cautionary tale, a stark reminder of the dangers of unchecked ambition and the need for robust regulation to protect the free market. The story of Standard Oil is in many ways the story of American capitalism itself, its unbridled dynamism, its capacity for innovation, but also its susceptibility to greed and exploitation. The company's rise to power was marked by aggressive business tactics, including predatory pricing and ruthless competition, which eventually led to public outcry and government intervention. The landmark antitrust case against Standard Oil in 1911 resulted in the company's breakup into 34 smaller entities, a move that reshaped the American business landscape. This case set a precedent for future antitrust actions and highlighted the need for a balance between encouraging innovation and preventing monopolistic practices. The legacy of Standard Oil continues to influence modern antitrust laws and corporate regulations, serving as a benchmark for evaluating the power and reach of today's tech giants and multinational corporations. Understanding Standard Oil, its rise and its fall, is crucial to understanding the complex relationship between business, government, and society that continues to shape our world. As we navigate the challenges of the 21st century, the lessons from the past remind us of the importance of vigilance, regulation, and the constant pursuit of a fair and competitive marketplace. John Davison Rockefeller. The name itself has become synonymous with both unparalleled wealth and ruthless ambition. Born in 1839, Rockefeller's journey began not in a gilded cradle, but amidst the modest circumstances of upstate New York. Even as a young man, Rockefeller possessed a keen business acumen and an unwavering drive to succeed. He began his career as a bookkeeper, diligently learning the intricacies of accounting and finance, but Rockefeller's sights were set on a far grander stage than ledgers and balance sheets. He saw opportunity in the nascent oil industry, a chaotic landscape of boom and bust, fueled by the recent discovery of black gold in Pennsylvania. In 1863, at the age of 24, Rockefeller made his move, investing in a small Cleveland refinery. It was a gamble, but one that would forever alter the course of American industry. In the mid-19th century, Cleveland, Ohio was at the heart of the American Industrial Revolution. Located on the shores of Lake Erie, the city provided a strategic crossroads for the transportation of raw materials and finished goods. Coal from nearby Appalachia fueled the factories that churned out iron, steel, and machinery. The Great Lakes provided a vital artery for shipping, connecting Cleveland to markets across the nation. It was into this cauldron of industrial might that John D. Rockefeller arrived, a young man with a vision to transform a fledgling industry. Cleveland would become the proving ground for Rockefeller's ambition, the place where he would forge Standard Oil into an industrial titan. Section 4. The Genesis of Standard Oil. Rockefeller's first refinery was just one among many, a small player in a volatile and fiercely competitive industry. The oil business in the 19th century was a chaotic landscape with numerous small refineries vying for dominance. Each refinery struggled to secure a steady supply of crude oil and to find reliable markets for their kerosene. The industry was marked by frequent price wars, bankruptcies, and cutthroat competition. But Rockefeller possessed a unique combination of vision, discipline, and ruthlessness that set him apart. He was not just another businessman, he was a strategist who saw opportunities where others saw obstacles. His ability to foresee the potential of the oil industry and his relentless drive to control it were unparalleled. Rockefeller's meticulous attention to detail and his unwavering focus on efficiency gave him a significant edge over his competitors. He understood that the key to success in the oil business lay not just in refining crude oil into kerosene, the primary source of lighting at the time, but in controlling the entire supply chain. This meant securing crude oil at the lowest possible cost, refining it efficiently, and then distributing the finished product to consumers. By controlling every step of the process, Rockefeller could ensure consistent quality and maximize profits. Rockefeller began by consolidating his position in Cleveland, acquiring or driving out rivals through a combination of shrewd deals and aggressive tactics. He was known for his ability to negotiate favorable terms and for his willingness to use any means necessary to eliminate competition. This often involved buying out competitors at a fraction of their value or forcing them out of business through predatory pricing and other aggressive strategies. He formed strategic partnerships, negotiated favorable rates with railroads, and invested heavily in efficiency and modernization. By securing preferential rates for transporting his oil, Rockefeller was able to undercut his competitors and expand his market share. His investments in new technologies and processes further increased the efficiency of his operations, allowing him to produce higher quality kerosene at a lower cost. In 1870, Rockefeller and his associates formally incorporated Standard Oil, a name that would soon become synonymous with both innovation and controversy. The incorporation marked the beginning of a new era in the oil industry, one characterized by unprecedented growth and consolidation. Standard Oil quickly became the dominant player in the industry, setting new standards for efficiency and profitability. The company's rise was meteoric, its tentacles reaching into every aspect of the oil industry. From exploration and production to refining and distribution, Standard Oil controlled it all. This level of control allowed the company to dictate prices and terms, effectively monopolizing the industry. Despite facing numerous legal and political challenges, Standard Oil's influence continued to grow, shaping the future of the oil industry for decades to come. Section 5, the network of power. Rockefeller's genius lay not just in his business acumen, but also in his understanding of the power of organization and control. He created a vertically integrated company, owning and operating every stage of the oil production process, from extraction to refining to transportation to distribution. Standard Oil's vast network of pipelines crisscrossed the nation, carrying crude oil from the wells of Pennsylvania to refineries in Cleveland, New York, and New Jersey. Its fleet of tanker ships transported refined oil products to markets along the East Coast and as far away as Europe. Rockefeller understood that to truly dominate the industry, he needed to control not just the physical infrastructure, but also the financial levers of power. He forged close ties with bankers, securing the capital needed to fuel Standard Oil's relentless expansion. Section 6, ruthless efficiency. Efficiency was at the heart of Standard Oil's success. From the very beginning, the company sought to streamline every aspect of its operations. This relentless focus on efficiency allowed Standard Oil to dominate the oil industry and outcompete its rivals. Rockefeller was obsessed with reducing costs and maximizing output at every stage of the production process. His meticulous attention to detail and innovative strategies set the standard for industrial efficiency. He invested heavily in new technologies such as the pipeline and the tank car, which revolutionized the transportation of oil. These innovations not only reduced transportation costs, but also minimized losses and ensured a steady supply of oil to refineries. Standard Oil's refineries were models of industrial efficiency, employing the latest scientific methods to refine crude oil into a wide range of products, from kerosene for lighting to gasoline for the fledgling automobile industry. The company continuously improved its refining processes, ensuring that every drop of oil was utilized to its fullest potential. The production of gasoline became increasingly important as the automobile industry began to grow. Standard Oil was at the forefront of this transformation, providing the fuel that powered the early cars and trucks. Waste products, once discarded, were transformed into valuable byproducts, such as paraffin wax and lubricating oil. This not only reduced waste, but also created new revenue streams for the company. Rockefeller's relentless drive for efficiency extended to his workforce. He implemented strict management practices and demanded high levels of productivity from his employees. He demanded unwavering loyalty and hard work from his employees, rewarding success but showing little tolerance for failure. This created a highly disciplined and motivated workforce. The reward systems in place ensured that those who met or exceeded expectations were recognized and compensated, while those who did not were quickly replaced. This approach fostered a culture of excellence and continuous improvement. Working conditions in Standard Oil's refineries and oil fields were often harsh and dangerous, a testament to the company's single-minded pursuit of profit. Despite the risks, many workers remained loyal due to the opportunities for advancement and the relatively high wages. Standard Oil's focus on efficiency and profit maximization allowed it to become one of the most powerful and profitable companies in history. Its legacy of industrial efficiency continues to influence modern business practices. Section 7. Battles and Victories. Standard Oil's rise to dominance was not without its challenges. Independent oil producers, railroad companies, and rival refiners all fought back against the company's growing power. Price wars erupted, pipelines were sabotaged, and accusations of unfair business practices filled the newspapers. Rockefeller, however, was undeterred. He used his vast wealth and influence to crush his opponents, employing tactics that ranged from predatory pricing to bribery to intimidation. He famously remarked, "Competition is a sin," and he saw no moral qualms in eliminating his rivals by any means necessary. By the 1880s, Standard Oil controlled over 90% of the American oil refining capacity. The company had become a symbol of both the immense wealth generated by the Industrial Revolution and the growing public anxiety over the power of monopolies.